What's up there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Anomalies channel. This is for all the skeptics, as well as my regular viewers and subscribers. This video is not to bash skeptics, because I'm a skeptic to the bone. Um, uh, it's just that a lot of people, well, I mean, and I don't blame them for being a skeptic. Here's the thing. Let me just backtrack. Being a skeptic, I was the same way. I would say, oh, these guys are on crack. There's something wrong with these guys. And, you know, because there's a lot of these videos that have this dramatic music, like, dum 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 dum. And, you know, let's look at this, look at that. It's like, it's all about trying to get numbers and, you know, as many views as possible. Me, I'm just trying to get out as much truth as possible. Um, you know, yeah, I mean, if I had 1 million viewers, great. You know, subscribers, that'd be awesome. But not because it's for the numbers to try to see who's most popular, but to see, I know that more and more people want to know the truth, because that's basically what it is for me. But I mean, let's use an analogy. Friend of yours, you know, he's a good guy, you know, but he's living paycheck to paycheck, you know, and a lot of people don't have money falling out their rear end. But let's just assume this guy calls you up and says, "Hey, dude, you're not even gonna believe this, but I got a Lamborghini Gallardo sitting in my driveway," and you go, yeah. He says, no, no, this is what I've got in my driveway, man. You're not going to believe it. Two things come to your mind, or two things you want to say to him. One, bring it by, or just simply prove it. And he said, no, 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 you got to come to my house. You got to come to my house. So, of course, you doubt it, because you know his finances and stuff like that. Well, you decide to take the trip over here. You know, well, two things would happen before that. You'd say, either he's going to say, all right, dude, if you told him I'm going to go over there right now, and he says, oh, no, two things are going to happen. He's either going to say, A, no, I'm just kidding, just want to see what your reaction was, or two, yeah, I'll see you in here in about 10 minutes. Okay, so now if he says, yeah, I'll see you here in about 10 minutes, you go down there and this thing's sitting in his driveway, guess what? He's either A, hit the lottery, or stole it. Now, if he won the lottery, then you want to be closer friends with him. No, I'm just kidding. But, so yeah, I mean, it kind of makes you just really think. But I'm going to show you a picture here that has vehicles in it. It looks like more vehicles than anything. It looks like there's one part that looks like it has a like a statue of a face, and it's got its mouth open, and it looks like it's got his hand over his eyes and part of his nose, and it's like facing up. It's just really wild stuff. But I'm going to show you that as well as these vehicles, and then of course you guys can come up to your own conclusions, because that's it. That's the bottom line. Whether you know. Whether you believe the stuff I'm showing you is true or false, or you just don't see it, that's fine. But again, bottom line question you should be asking yourself, is it naturally made, or is it intelligently made? Is it made by nature, or made by an intelligent being? That's the only question you really got to ask yourself. But it doesn't stop there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the picture, and this is where I made a mistake, guys, because I had this on my hard drive for a little while. And I couldn't find, I don't remember the link, so I looked for the actual number on the picture itself. So I went and looked for it online, and I came up with it. You're going to see a total butcher job done in this. From the time I've got this picture to the time they must have said, hey guys, I don't know what's going on, but you need to hide all of this detail and all this stuff in this picture. Something's not right. You need to get on this. And you're going to see this picture, and you're going to go, oh my God, look at the difference in pictures. And so, anyway, here's the... let me just check one more thing here. Okay, I'll show you that in a second. All right, here's the actual picture right here. This is what you'll get. This is at 50%. And for all of these guys, and I like to do this, I'm going to do this right now. And all the guys that have the magnifying feature, I'm going to pause it right here. You can look it over. Now I'm going to jump to the brightness and contrast. Again, look it over. Okay, brightness and contrast. I'm going to pause it, look it over. Okay, then I'm going to blur it. You can do that. You can stop it right here, because sometimes just blurring it and doing things makes the edges more clearer. Even though the overall picture is blurry, or blurrier, it still actually adds more smoothness to the edges. I'm going to sharpen it. Okay, what you do is, I'm going to keep it at 50%. This is what I got it at. You guys can put it at your magnifier at 300 to 400%. That's where you're going to see the best detail at my percentage, which is 50%. And now I'm going to invert it. Okay, I'm going to let you guys. I'm going to pause it, let you do what you got to do. brightness it up a little bit. When I brightness, I kind of try to drop the darkness so you can see a little bit more detail. You can pause it. I'm going to blur it. You guys can check it out here. And there's a reason why I'm inverting this and showing you guys these steps. And then sharpen it up a little bit. Okay, so you guys can pause this at any given time. Look this over with your magnifier. I want you guys, I don't want you guys to miss anything in this picture. This is the reason for my channel. I want to bring you these things. You guys can tell me what you think. Yay or nay, naturally made, intelligently made, doesn't matter. But you're going to see some pretty wild stuff in here. Now, let me just jump right in this. I'm going to zoom right in. And this one right here, I'm going to zoom into this part. Okay, well, not really so much zoom into. Here's the face right here. I'm going to leave it right here. You guys can use your, it seems to me this face at 100%, and I've already done this. At 100%, I use the magnifier. You can go like 300%, 400%, maybe 2 to 400 and see what your best, if it's clearer to you guys, or if it's more blurry or whatever. But I found at 100%, when I go in 100% on this particular picture, when I use the magnifier, it seemed to me 300% was pretty good. You can see this pretty darn clear. It looks like it's facing upward. Its mouth is open like going, oh my God, kind of thing. And he's got his hand right over his face or his eyes. And you can see what looks like, you can see fingers. You can actually see the pinky looks broken off this. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then his thumb's up in the air. And you can see this pretty clearly. Now I'm going to contrast it up. You guys can pause it again. And then check this out for yourself. Now I'm going to blur it, which you don't see the detail too much, and then sharpen it. So you guys can check this out at any given time. So, and I'm going to invert it. So now you guys can check that out. It seems a little different when you invert it. So, like I said, give me your take on this. Okay. Now I'm going to switch back. Now I'm going to jump into this picture even more. All right. First things first. I mean, even if you're a skeptic, and I'm glad because, I want skeptics on my channel. Because this is what I want. I want critical thinkers. I want people who say, I don't believe anything unless it's shown to me. Good for you. That's what this is all about. Look at this plate right here, sticking up out of whatever this is. Here's what I think is pretty funky. Look at the way this thing comes out. Got this edge, kind of goes around. Look at this way. It's got this edge right here, and there's another one right there. Now, it's encrusted. I believe a lot of these things that are left over, whatever happened to this planet, whatever happened to Mars, I think it happened hundreds and thousands of years ago, and everything just became crusted over. And because a lot of this stuff isn't actually manipulated, it's just crusted with rock, and it makes sense. They have dust storms. They have, they've got rain. They say that it doesn't. Yeah, it rains, and believe me, they got an ecosystem on there too. It's evaporation. And it fills up in the sky and then drops as rain and all this other crap. They've got it. They say that it hasn't rained in thousands of years. I think Richard Hoagland said that. Yeah, that's bull. But anyway, look at these weird shapes right here, and it's got like something right here. You can see where, like this inner part, like this rectangular opening. See it? And there's something else right here at the bottom, and there's something that comes off the back of it. See it? There's something right here. I don't know if it's encrusted with rock. I mean, there's details right here too. I mean, there's just these weird. Look at this, like right down here. It's got this down here. It's got this opening here. And you can see the shadows and everything, but you can just look at this, like there's some little intricate details here, and you'll see it a little bit clearer in a minute. Where's this other stuff? Look at this right here in the back. It's kind of like they try to like hide that a little bit, but you can see like these little columns or openings or windows, whatever you want to call this thing. I don't know what it is, but it's there. Here's the face I'm talking about, right there. It's got its mouth wide open. It's looking straight up in the air. Its chin, its mouth, and it's got its hand over his eyes. Let me see if I can go back to the base picture. See it? Now you can see it a little bit clearer, like the pinky's broken off. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and the thumb is up in the air. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can zoom in without getting it too crappy. But see it? Like there's a finger missing here. 1, 2, 3, and then a thumb up in the air. See, now I kind of blurred it up so you really can't see it too well now, but it's still there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. The mouth is open, and it's like, it's almost like this picture out of like Pompeii or something like that, where everybody's like frozen after the giant volcano and everything else, and the ash, and they got frozen in time, so to speak. This looks like a small vehicle. You can actually see what looks like a wheel well, another one here. Watch this. See that? I'm going to back up just a hair. See how like it just has this weird front to it? Okay. these... Now, this is a little tiny details I want you guys to pick up on, and there's a reason for it. I want you guys to remember this. This right here looks like some kind of piece of steel, sheet metal, call it what you want, because it's kind of the shiny thing going on. That there, and this here I showed you. Now this, I don't know if you recognize this, but well, not recognize it, but it's got this weird plate, but it's got a design on it. Let me see if I can, when you invert it, see the way this thing has this, right here, it's sticking out, and it has this weird design on it. Okay, it has a circle. It goes over. It's almost like it comes off the 12 o'clock area and then goes straight up. Has something on the edge of that on the right hand side. Has one going off like the 3 o'clock area, one like the 5 o'clock, and then something comes off the bottom. This is what I come up with. This is, I made like a little sketch on Windows Photo Viewer. This is what I've seen. This is what it looks like. Now you're looking at it, of course, on an angle. You're looking at it from this direction on that picture. And it's like these weird, not symbols, but it looks like just weird lines or little indentions. These look like little tiny crosses or diamonds. Call them little, what you want, but just call them circles if you want. But they look like they're there. There's 4 or 5 of them there. Boom, boom, comes up, comes down. 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, something right here. And it looks like it's in a darkened area in these two places. Watch what I'm talking about. Watch this. See how it like right there you can't tell, but watch this. I'm going to go back to the normal picture. Let's see if we can't brighten up, blur it, and then sharpen. It looks like it's darker in this area here, and at this very corner it's darker. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it looks like it's got this darkened area. Okay, right here, right here. You can actually see that line going down, this one going across, and then it's gray right there. It has this corner here, and it looks like it comes down, and then angles down into this circular area, and there's one right here. And that's where I came up with this weird symbol, because it looks like this gray area, this gray, and it comes down like this here. Now, what that is, couldn't tell you, but that's what's on that that particular thing. Watch this. When I invert it, you can see the little tiny lines on it. Let's see how much. I don't think I can go really in there, but see it? Like it kind of comes off, goes up, comes over here. It's got this, I don't know if it's like a line or just a colored area, but you can see right here, here, and it seems like it'd be a darker color, a different shade of something. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little tiny little dots around the inside of that circle area. So what it is, couldn't tell you, but keep an eye on that particular thing. There's a reason why I mentioned that too. You're going to see in the other picture, you're just going to be like, what? In the other picture, I show you how much they really changed this picture up. So apparently this picture was put out, and they just went, oh God, there's something majorly wrong. We got to get rid of this. Up here, it appears to be 4 cars, machines. I'm going to use the term vehicles, because I don't know if I'd use the word cars. But it doesn't look like much here, but there's one vehicle sitting right here. Some kind of machine. There's one on the side of it. You can see the front window. There's one. If you could stand in front of these, you'd be straight line standing right in here in front of this one. This one here, you'd be facing this way. Because I'm trying to show you exactly like in relation to the actual front of this vehicle or whatever this is. It looks like it has this windshield kind of thing to it. You'd be standing right here. Straight line would be right here. And it's slightly counterclockwise in the ground. This one is even more that way. You'd be standing directly right in front of it right here and looking at it. It's the front end is in the ground. The back of it, you can see the roof line to it. Look at it. Boom. Comes up, goes out the back, and then it's dented here or something, and then it goes down nice and straight here. And it looks like it's got that same kind of window kind of thing. And it's counterclockwise. It's off to the left and it's into the ground. This one is like this weird round shape thing. You see where they try to blur it out a little bit? Okay. But this is what's goofy. It doesn't stop there. It actually goes all the way back here, and there's some weird funky lines to it. This you're going to see, this is wild, because this particular one is neat. It looks like it's got some kind of turbine or some kind of jet engine or whatever, but it comes out like this. It's got this weird angle, straight down, and then comes back at this other angle. See it? Okay. But it looks like there's this weird piping coming from here and then going down. It's got like these different features on it, and there's windows, window, and this would be the front windshield to it, or whatever it is. What's really wild is that it has, you can just see it very lightly right here, there's something on the top of the roof of it. What it is, I couldn't tell you. There's something right in the center of it. So it's like rectangular area, something on the roof. Window, window. And you're going to see how much they butchered this thing up. You couldn't make heads or tails of this thing if you wanted to. But they still make a boo-boo on that one too. But anyway, so now you can see this a little bit clearer. And for all the guys that have the magnifier, this is the reason why I had it at 50% earlier, because you try to do it now, it's like it'd be super blurred out. You wouldn't be able to see anything. So go to back to the beginning of the video, check it each time, pause it, and then look it over. You'll see more intricate details in this thing than you can imagine. But see how it's like it stops right here or goes into whatever this is, but it has like this darker band right here. Then it kind of flexes and has this other band, and then it comes back into here, into the front part of this. It almost looks like it'd be a helicopter if there's a blade sitting on top of this right here, and then going down, but there's no rear rudder. So that's telling me this is some kind of jet propelled or some kind of weird craft machine. Call it what you like. There's something right here in the ground. Comes up right here, goes across, down. Then it has this angle going down, not angle, but this nice round curvature of this piece right here. And it looks like they try to doctrine this up, but it looks like a front window or something there. And like I said, for all the people who have the magnifier, look in the back of this. There's something right here. 1, 2, 3 supports, and I think there's one right here, but there's some kind of weird shaped building structure or something. You can see like there's a square cut out in here. You can't see too well in this picture right here the way I'm doing this, but it's there, I promise you. And there's these little black things or dark colored objects, kind of long. It's got this weird like straight, it goes across, and it has this little shape to it like this here, and there's a bigger one right here. Okay, again, keep an eye on this piece, these details up here. And you're gonna see why, because when I show you this other picture, you're just gonna go, wow. You can really tell they went out of their way to doctrine this thing up. It's insane. But like I said, this here looks like it's got like these sections, like there's 1, 2 things coming down. There's 1, 2. It's something there, and I don't know what that is. But this kind of blew my mind because this is the base photo. It's got the mouth, and like he's going, oh my, and it's like he's got his, got his mouth wide open anyway. But it looks like the pinky itself is broken off. 1, 2, 3, and then thumb. But it looks like there's some kind of weird headdress on him too. Look at see, it ends right there, and it's got this weird thing, and you'll see that in a second. Because I'm going to invert it right now. You can still see the mouth open, the hand. You see the pinky's broken off, and then you get the fingers. Okay, there's some weird thing on its head or something. I don't know how to make that out, but again, this thing's still here. See how he's got the 1, 2 separation is like squares in between that? They try to take that out too, but I think what they did was they went, oh my God, there's still far too much detail in this, guys. Get rid of it now. And you're going to see what I mean. So for all the skeptics out there, and like I said, I'm not knocking you because you need to be one. You need to be like, look, show me the real facts or it's crap. I truly get it. Like I said, this is like that plate standing up, and here's that weird circle comes down, goes across, got that circle here, here, here. Look at the little intricate details right here. Like there's another machine right here that it's encrusted or something. See, when I blur it up a little bit, tries to give it, it's even though it's all blurred, it's still more of a smoother lines. See it now? Just see that? That's too intricate to be a rock. Okay. Let me see here, over here. Here's that little thing that sticks out. It comes up, goes across, comes down. There's that nice smooth, curvature of this metal, whatever this is. It's there. Here's this. This is pretty wild. This right here, you can actually see the difference. Look at it. It comes up, stops right there, has this other little angle. Look at there's a separation between these two pieces right here. Okay? And if you look at this thing, it's got these windows. It's got this top piece right here, and it's got this something in the middle of it. And there's some, it looks like to be the front window here, but there's something coming off this right here, comes down, goes into this body. Look at the way this body line goes up. Comes up here, comes right into this area, into this, I'm going to call it the cockpit or passenger area, call it what you will, but it's there. It's absolutely there. You can see where it actually comes up like this. Like I said, from this part of the body here, and there's a bunch of little intricate parts of something in there. Like I said, you guys will have to look at this, go back to the beginning of the video where I actually inverted this at 50%. I'm at 200% right now, so you won't see it too clearly, not with the magnifier anyway. But like I said, the windows, little separation, another window, something at the rooftop of this thing. You can see where this is like white, right? Well, it's white now, but goes around here. And this body line, look at the way this goes around. And it has a couple things hanging off of it. Could be pots, could be anything that was, whatever, this massive destructive, whatever happened, catastrophe, whatever. But it comes out, goes right up along here, comes right into here. The under part of it You can see where it looks like it has this weird little round curvature to it. Goes right back down into it. This whole thing is buried right in the ground, and it stops like right about here. This thing is the same way. It's got this front window, and you can't really see too much of it because it's alongside of this one. This one right here has this windshield right here, and it has this funky thing on the roof. See the way it has 4 points to it? And it looks like it's raised off of this roof because you can actually see a shadow of that particular leg. Okay? Watch this. See how it's like now it's whitened? Like it's been inverted or ghosted out. But you can see that front window. You can see the line coming down, going across. Nice line going across. And you can see what looks like almost like a side window right here. But look at the way the roof line is. Goes across. There's some piece of metal or something there. But you see how this keeps going? Has that rounded part to it. Comes over and it's got like this dent in the roof. And then it goes straight back down. So, and there it is. But there's something round there now. You can see it. See it like that's been whited out? Inverted. There's something on the rooftop that's round. And I can't, like I said, this is right here. I don't know if this is part of this, but this has this weird four-legged star-looking thing. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know what to even call the thing. But got this right here. Now, see the way this line goes all the way up? It follows it all the way back here. And it looks like it might have like some kind of weird pot or something that's fallen on it. But you can see where it comes down. Got these weird lines to it, like the side windows. I don't know, guys. It's strange, but I mean, you can see the separation. I like this one here. This one actually shows pretty clearly. Like I said, just the body line comes up and it goes into here and it goes into this whole area. And like I said, I don't know if it's jet propelled, turbined, call it what you want. It's just, you can just see how it just, like all the whole body features. Let me see something here. See how like now you can see it right here. It's like a little bit different, but it comes down, comes straight out of this. Has these bands on it, or they might be joints, to flex joints. On like a piping or something like that. But see how like it's a little bit different now because it's inverted, but you can see these things. It's got some pretty good detail here, guys. I don't know what some of this junk is. It's just like all laying around. I believe a lot of this stuff has been buried, and I think it could have been here for hundreds of years. We don't know. Thousands of years. How long would it take something to get, if you had your car in your backyard, how long would it take it for it to be completely covered with dirt? Now, of course, it would be sooner there because they seem to have a lot more dirt devils and storms and dust storms and everything else. So it may be sooner, but still, how long would it take to bury a vehicle almost? Some of them are completely buried. So yeah, that's just something you need to check out and, really analyze. But like I said, there's 3 or 4 things sitting right here. Machines, vehicles, call them what you want. This face right here, like I said, it just looks funny. It looks like a face with it's just covering its eyes. Right down here, like I said, this piece here. Let me just go ahead and blur it back out so I'd smooth it out a little bit. There's something right in here. This right here. Now, this is where it gets crazy, guys. This is what I want to show you guys. This is pretty neat. I want to show you the picture I found. Again, I couldn't find the original link, so I decided to search. And I took it off this because it's got like a bunch of numbers, like 1P43793986 and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And I matched it up with a you go to, I think it's exploratorium.com, has the same picture. At least you think so. This is where I'm hoping the skeptics really pay attention to this, because you're going to see this picture came out first, and you can almost guarantee it did, because this shows a lot of detail on a lot of things. This next picture, you're not going to see it so much. See this right here? There's like kind of like a metal kind of thing laying there. And like I said, keep an eye on this weird thing. Well, let me go ahead and blur it back up so you can see what this is. Right here. All of these things up here, you're going to see a major, major difference. This face right here. This right here. This, especially this. Now watch this. This is the picture I got off the internet. Where'd everything go? That plate, gone, no detail. This is now looks like some kind of weird smooth rock. This, that little, looked like some kind of little car or something buried almost up to its roof. Watch this. See how it's barely even noticeable now, but it's there. And like I said, I'll show you right here. Here it is. But yet, you look at this picture, it's barely there, barely noticeable. What happened to all of these right here? And you can see something, and you can actually see something like looked like they, like right where this thing came out, like they just made like this weird little cartoonish looking thing. Where did it all go? And this is like a perfect example. If you go to Olympus Skies video, he shows you how, I think it's called, one of his videos is called How to Become a NASA Liar. And it's like he'll take this piece of ground right here and just throw it over this pot. And as goofy as that sounds, check it out. You'll be, like I said, I think it's called How to Be a NASA Liar. You check out his videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. He does some great stuff on this and really shows you how this stuff can be hidden. And you would be none the wiser. But here's where they made a mistake. You can still see what looks like side windows. There's a separation. But if you were looking at that picture like this, you never think nothing of it. This right here, here's that weird thing I showed you and had this. But look at all the white in the strategic spots. Look at the face. Now it no longer looks like a face. See that? It just looks like some kind of weird little hole. Where did this go? Right here. Where did that go? Look at the face. It's right there. In fact, I'm going to do this. I can give you guys better detail. See it right there? Okay. Where did this stuff go? Right? It is. Gone. Nothing. This plate down here, gone. This right here has no definition anymore. See how it has look a little bit more? It has like these weird designs in here? Okay. This is what NASA goes out of their way to try to hide. This is what they do. They're hiding it from you and I. They don't care. You're on a need-to-know basis. Have a good day. And that's all there is to it. Let me do this. This rock right here, where did it go? Suddenly now you don't really see much of anything. Again, nothing there. But when you look at this one, you can see like this weird slotted area. And you actually see where it comes down to this little corner right here. See it? It's got this weird flap or this weird extension part on the back. Let's see if that's there in that picture. Nope. Not even there. Nothing. Look at it. It's just totally taken out. This looks like I don't know what they did to this rock. Because it's nothing like that at all. I mean, here's all those parts right here. Now watch this. Where did it go? Completely blotched out. Gone. This is the games they play. And this is what really aggravates me. It really, truly does. Here's what it looks like they made a mistake on this. Like this was some kind of vehicle. See, remember I told you it looked like some kind of vehicle in the front? Now, I don't even know if it's even in this picture. It's almost like they messed up when they no, you can still see it here. Boom. Comes down. And see how like it's got these weird features on it? Comes down like this and it's got this weird front to it. And it's actually raised off the ground. You know this is not some kind of rock. I believe it may be encrusted, but you can see where they really went out of the way to really doctor it. Look at this. Totally different here at all. I mean, look at it. Where there is detail, suddenly there's none. So this is just, like I said, look at even up here. Right here at this craft or vehicle, whatever this is. Watch this. This part, what I call the turbine or jet engine part of it, is gone. Watch this. What is it? Now it just looks like a rock. They got this little cartooned in and smudge thing. Totally took this thing right out. Look at it. Even the front end, they took it right out of it. Totally messed this picture up. So it just goes to show you, when pictures come fresh out, that's when you want to grab these things if you can. According to this, this is Opportunity Rover, and this is a pan cam, and it says 11/16/2013. It seems to me I've had this picture for a while. I don't know. It seemed to me it was longer than that, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But it just goes to show you these guys are liars. I mean, it's as simple as that. But I just wanted to show you this, and especially the skeptics, because like I said, this video is not to beat up skeptics. This video is to show, hey, look, you may think people like myself or other people that do these videos, you might think they're a little crazy. Why would NASA cover these up? Well, here's proof right here. And I mean, they butcher oh my God, your neighborhood butcher couldn't butcher this picture that bad. That's how good these guys are. Look at the difference between here, this one big long mechanical vehicle, whatever this thing is. Here. This one right here in the front with this whatever is on the roof. Totally different picture. Totally different. Totally butchered. This is what I'm talking about. There's something here, and there's a reason why they blanked this stuff out. There's a reason why they're taking it out. Now ask yourself this question. If you're a hardcore skeptic, why doctrine the pictures up? Why manipulate these pictures at all if there's nothing here to see? Bottom line question. It doesn't matter, if, like I said, if you think these are like teapots. I could care less. It's why are they there, and why are they going out of the way to hide it? It's simple as that. But this is a good video to show, because there is some other vehicles and this other weird, like this big skull kind of thing, or head statue with the mouth open with the hand over the face. This, This right here with the little design, and like I said, I showed you right here. I got rid of it. I got it here. Let me just do this. Let me just jump out of this. Well, there's the other one. This one right here. And it almost looks like some kind of, if you're an electrician or into electronics, looks like some variable resistor there with some wires coming off of it, kind of design thing, or rheostat. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. I mean, I think there's some wild stuff in this picture. Again, this is, like I said, their particular picture says Opportunity Pan Cam, and it was in 11/16/2013. So, yeah, but look at the difference. Why all the whiteness all of a sudden? Why do that? And you can see the total difference in the pictures. Like nothing's there all of a sudden. This is not there. This is not here. This has been changed. This has been changed. And guys, anybody who has that magnifier, check all on the back here. You're going to see some wild stuff. Just look this picture over, and you're going to be like, whoa. So, anyway, guys, appreciate you guys watching, as always. Leave a comment down below. Skeptic or just subscriber. Doesn't matter. I love everybody to come on board and just analyze these pictures for yourself. That's what my channel's all about. It's just to simply say, here, this anomaly's here. What is it? Let's flip it upside down, turn it inside out, see what it is. And then, why is it there? What is it? Why is it there? Simple questions. You guys can tell me. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. You'll find some wild stuff in here. And here's another thing, too. If you guys have a picture you want me to pull apart, send me the link in my, my inbox. Send me a link to one of the pictures you think there's something in it. Send it to my inbox, and I'll check it out for you. I mean, I've got a ton of pictures of my own. It'll keep me busy for a while, but go ahead and send them to me anyway. I'll look them over, and if somebody wants me to check something out, let me know. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. As always, thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. And that's it. You guys have a great day and a great weekend, and I will see you next pick.